The study explored how IC engine can still play a vital role in transportation, machinery, and power generation, even as the world pushes toward higher efficiency and lower emission. It reviews 14 technical papers and evaluates advancement in emission reduction and fuel efficiency. Over the past 40 years, emissions like particulate matter and nitrogen oxide have been reduced up to 1,000 times, and fuel economy has improved due to technologies like turbocharging and gasoline direct injection. Despite the rise of electric vehicle, projection shows that IC engine will still power over 50% of light duty and 92% of heavy duty vehicles in the future. The study argues that with renewable synthetic fuels and advanced technology, IC engine can help achieve near zero emission. In conclusion, the article stresses the continued importance of IC engine research not just as a bridge of electrification but as a key solution in the path to carbon neutrality.
Hi, I am Shaki. I will present clarity of the research question. The research question is clearly stated in the abstract. The study aims to discuss how IC engine can be improved to become more efficient and reduce the environmental impact. Then it's also focused on the role of IC engines in the future transport and energy system. This article highlights the current challenge and recommend future research for engine and fuel technology.
You need to be professional. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a good day. My name is Ahmad Hazim and today I'm going to present to you about the appropriateness of method that were being used on the research paper. The research method that were being used is quantitative, where all the information that were gathered were from the past literature and also experiment rather than they themselves conducting the experiment. Review-based approach show that the author goal is to contextualize the current state of combustion engines and also the fuel source choices, which means that there is multiple fuel sources that had been created throughout the history and also the improvement that were being made through on the combustion engines. And also the article shows that the author effort to incorporate a wide range of skills and use to correlate a wide range of data, which means that there is multiple of data were being gathered and also compared to each other to make a conclusion. This means that there is less bias because the more the data that you gather, the less bias that you will being impact. And also the author used this show that the author used an appropriate procedure on creating the research paper, and also the objective of the article had been achieved.
The interpretation of the data collected is valid and supported by the stated sources. The paper also correctly interprets projections from various organizations to predict the future of intercombustion engine.
My name is Hazi, and I'll be talking about the limitations that we have found from the article that we have referred to. One of them is the reliance on published works, which meant that the authors didn't do any experiments themselves, thus, no new empirical insight was gained. They also didn't do any comparison between the findings from the previous published works, and the evaluation of the proposed solutions or alternatives to ICEs were limited in terms of economic and technical feasibility. They also didn't address the challenges and potential problems in implementing the proposed solutions. Moving on to the significance and relevance of findings, the findings were found to be relevant in the context of decarbonizing transportation and energy systems. Also, ICEs, which stands for internal combustion engines, are not obsolete when incorporating renewable fuels and advanced combustion methods. The findings also help policymakers, stakeholders, and researchers find solutions related to energy transition. It also set a clear agenda by identifying and stating key research areas and provides a clear guidance on how to innovate and invest in engine and fuel transportation.
This paper presents advanced internal combustion engines technologies as a key to a cleaner future, but several ethical concerns are overlooked. First, while the authors highlight technical benefits, they offer little critiques. By downplaying limitation and not addressing cleaner alternatives, this paper suggests a possible bias and lacks transparency in its framing. Second, energy justice is missing from the discussion. There's no mention of whether these advanced technologies will be accessible to low-income or developing regions, raising concerns about global equity. Third, biofuels are promoted without acknowledging risks like land use conflicts, food insecurity, or environmental degradation. Ethical research must consider transparency, fairness, and environmental impact, not just technical progress.
So the conclusion is continued relevance of ICE is despite the trend of toward electrification, ICEs remain relevant, especially in heavy duty transport and distributed renewable energy systems. And technology advancement highlighted progress in combustion efficiency, emission control, and renewable fuel integration shows ICE's potential for near zero emission. Future research areas identified. The article emphasizes research in advanced combustion technologies, hybridization, advanced materials, and after-treatment system. Justification for relevance. Their continued use is supported by their efficiency, technical maturity, fuel flexibility, and cost effectiveness. Overall contribution offers valuable insight into how ICEs can evolve sustainably alongside emerging energy systems.